Insomnia sets up fatigue, chronic fatigue, low energy, lack of performance during the day at work, sets up autoimmune issues. If we're not sleeping and not getting enough rest, we need to get into the deep REM sleep at night. And if that's not occurring, now our immune system is being compromised. And a whole host of domino effects could occur from high energy when you're sleeping to low energy, and that sets up immune issues. I see a major cause of insomnia due to the carb crisis, the sugar crisis, because carbohydrates and sugar can set up insomnia because it sets up issues with other enzymes that form because of the high carb diet. We're in a crisis. The world's in a crisis. America's in a crisis, a carb crisis, because everyone's consuming too many carbs and sugars. It sets up cardiovascular disease. It sets up insomnia, low energy. It sets up issues with just fatigue, imbalances of amino acids and proteins, digestive issues can set up insomnia, lack of exercise. But I want to go back to the basic things that sets up insomnia with what's on our plate. The too much carbs and sugar and toxicity of the foods we're eating can set up insomnia. It sets up an imbalance in amino acids, proteins, but especially enzymes and B vitamins and minerals are critical for the digestion of those carbs. So the more carbs we consume, the more sugars we consume, the more nutrients are required to digest those. From B vitamins to minerals, a foundational premise for everyone we recommend here is making sure everyone has plenty of minerals, because that is one nutrient that is actually eliminated during a high carb and sugar diet. I want to get my nutrients from whole foods as opposed to isolates. It's like individual minerals or individual vitamins that are made in a laboratory. If we look at what's on our plate, if we look at the foods we're consuming, instead of going through phases of detox and cleansings, why not make our food, our daily food, something that has detoxification and cleansing in it, so we don't have to go through major detoxes? Eat pure from the beginning. Start that way, and we don't have to go through these stages of detox. The minerals found in chlorella, I look at zinc, I look at B vitamins, the B1, B2, I look at all the B vitamins that are found in the chlorella. Iron is a good source, great source of iron in chlorella. And the chlorella growth factor. These are amino acids that are powerful in helping in healing the body. I look at minerals, I look at the proteins, and I look at the fatty acids. Those are foundational things that we do need on a regular basis. Omega-3s, omega-6s are two of the foundational fats that we need. I like to get my omega-3s from whole foods, whole oils, the coconut, olive, sunflower, safflower, avocado, flaxseed oil. Those are sources of all your omega-6s and omega-3s. Calcium is a relaxin mineral. Tryptophan is an amino acid that helps in production. It breaks down to something called serotonin, which is a hormone that helps to calm you down, put you to sleep. That's what helps in the sleeping process. That's why I love sun chlorella. It will provide whole food complex of all the nutrients and amino acids that they need, because most of them are not getting enough good fats, enough chlorophyll that they need, and the minerals in a whole food form. And it's just powerful in helping everyone get a more balanced food program. And chlorella is a foundation. I view it as a foundation to helping getting that whole food back into the diet. Chlorella is one of the major ingredients that we use. I use it every day. I mean, I love chlorella. Most people are not getting enough chlorophyll, and sun chlorella is one of the key, most important nutrients we can take to get the chlorella. It's one of the highest levels of chlorophyll there is. So it's high in nutrients, high in protein, and the amino acid complexes in it are just so powerful, and which most people aren't getting in their regular diet. If they could add something like that to their diet, it can make a major change in how they feel. The energy is number one. And I also will say that as we put individuals and patients and clients through detoxification, heavy metals, they feel better during the detox when they're on the chlorella, because it binds these heavy metals. I just hear the stories over and over and over again. I hear it all the time about once they start the chlorella, they have more energy because of the nutrients that are found in it. We look at chlorophyll. What does chlorophyll do? Chlorophyll increases oxygenation. Doesn't everyone need oxygen? If you're not getting enough exercise, and especially the elderly, as they age, they do not get enough exercise, the chlorophyll helps to oxygenate the system. So it's very, very beneficial to the elderly. We run panels to measure antioxidant levels. And we see, once we introduce foods like chlorella into the system, we see changes in the antioxidant level. As opposed to the junk food and the processed foods, we're going to see a decline in that. And we see this all the time. When we introduce good foods, the good fats, the good proteins, the chlorella foods, the chlorophyll foods like sun chlorella, we see changes in their antioxidant profiles. That's something that can be measured. And on top of that, when I see changes in the measurements, then at the same time we're seeing their anecdotal changes that they say, hey, I just feel better. I don't know what's going on, but I feel good. And the tests, in many cases, will respond the same way.
Hello， 大家好，我係私生活嘅01，大家係咪已經儲咗好多積分呢？
新一期嘅換領積分禮物又嚟啦！換領嘅時間由3月1號至到4月30號。
呢一場直播呢，我哋會用購物車嘅付款形式嘅。咁大家如果未登記做會員嘅話呢，記得睇我哋個 post 個內文呢，有教你點樣去登記做會員㗎，快啲登記啦嚇！咁而呢一場購物車呢，我哋會有4種嘅付款方法啦，有 Payme 啦，有信用卡啦，有支付寶啦，亦都有轉數快嘅。咁大家記得快啲登記做會員啊！到時直播見啦，拜拜。